Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The
us.
grammar.
知吃思诗都还难
It's just complicated so much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm your Honglin with Mr. Tony Reed in the studio. Hi, Tony.
Honglin, what's going on? And hello to all of our listeners out there. It's always a pleasure to be on Takeaway Chinese. Hopefully I take something away today.
Aw, and it's always a pleasure to do this podcast with you. And sometimes I feel like it's even a pity that it's a podcast show. I hope it's a live stream because you always look so nice and so smart. And it's a crime not to have both your talent and your appearance out there for our dear audience.
You are the queen of compliments, really. I mean, I think for anyone that listens to the show, Honglin gets an A for giving compliments.
Aw, thank you. I try, and I am mostly speaking of the truth.
There's another one.
So, I think complimenting people, especially when it's deep from your heart and with a lot of details that you actually notice, is something that will make you and the other party of the conversation really happy, and it's lighten up the mood, make the atmosphere better. We all like to compliment, and we all like to receive compliments.
Well, yeah, we all like to definitely receive. Well, I don't know. I mean, some people don't like compliments. They can't
blush.
take a compliment. Yeah. And some people are too shy to give compliments, too.
But deep down, when you receive compliments, you will be happy. And it's nice to be recognized.
Sure.
So, if you can learn to do compliments, give compliments in Chinese, that'll be even better for your Chinese friends because they'll know you tried extra hard for them.
Yes, I think so.
And let's start by learning the correct Chinese word of compliment. That is 赞美.
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 Mei is beautiful.
Yes. 赞 is kind of like praise. So 赞美 is you praise the beauty of something, you praise the positive trait of somebody. 赞美.
赞美. All right.
A beautiful word. And for today's episode, we are going to learn to 赞美 others and maybe how to gracefully take a compliment ourselves.
Okay.
So for our dear listeners, if you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip on the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us for 30 minutes and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. 你今天穿这身特别好看，要参加什么活动吗？
谢谢，我受邀去表演小提琴。
你真的又漂亮又有才华。
过奖啦，我这里有2张门票，欢迎你来捧场。
你今天穿这身特别好看，要参加什么活动吗？
谢谢，我受邀去表演小提琴。
你真的又漂亮又有才华。
过奖了，我这里有2张门票，欢迎你来捧场。
And that is the conversation. A lot of praising going on.
Yeah. And I think this is quite useful, too. It seems like this conversation is quite plausible.
And thinking that your true compliment, your sincere praising got you 2 free tickets, it's also a really good thing, right? Let's learn to compliment others in Chinese.
Yeah. And I think there's a distinction between complimenting and brown-nosing. I think there's a difference there. But yeah, that helps a lot with getting free stuff.
We'll discuss that later. Let's hear Tony make that distinction. But first, 你今天穿这身特别好看，要参加什么活动吗？
So this is, you look particularly stunning today. Are you going to an event?
Yep.
I feel like I've used this many times. So 你今天, so 你 is you, 今天 is today. And then 穿
Is where?
Okay. And then 这身. So is this outfit or because 身 is body.
身 is body, so 这身 is a little bit like this outfit. Well, that's the thing, because 身 here I feel like works as a quantity word for the whole outfit. It's like saying everything you have on your body, this whole outfit, this whole thing looks really good. So 这身 here, of course, we should translate it as your outfit. But if we want to dig in the grammar function of 这身, it's like this quantity word of the outfit.
Oh, wow. As a foreigner, I should probably stay away from that because my tonality might get it wrong. And they might think I'm saying this body is particularly nice.
No. This outfit. 这身特别.
特别 is like especially or particularly.
Yes.
And then 好看 is, well, how is good and 看 is look. So looks good.
Looks good. Good looking. 要参加什么活动吗?
And so 要 is this like
will you?
Will.
Do you, yeah.
参加, I think this is meet or attend.
Participate. Yes, attend.
Okay. And then 什么 is what. And then 活动, this is event. Right?
Event or activity. Yes.
Okay.
谢谢，我受邀去表演小提琴。
This is thank you. Yes, I was invited to perform violin. So obviously everyone knows 谢谢 is thank you. And then was I, and then 受 I think this is
This is a word indicating that you're receiving something. You're the receiving end of something. For instance, you can say 今天我受批评了. Today I was criticized. And this sentence is quite often used when you're a student, especially a younger student, primary school student or something, or even from kindergarten.
Yeah.
When you're back home to your mom, you can say 我受表扬了. I was being praised. Or 我受批评了. I was criticized by the teacher.
I got criticized.
I got criticized.
I got rained on.
Yes. So 受 is indicating you're the receiving end of something. And here 受邀 is short for 邀请, invite. So 受邀 is I was invited.
Okay. I was invited. And then 去 is this still go?
Yes.
And then 表演. I think this is perform.
It is perform. 表演 perform.
And then 小提琴. I believe this is violin.
Violin, 小提琴. And the thing is, if you know violin is 小提琴, it is easy for you to remember 大提琴.
Is that the cello or?
Yep, the cello. See? A small one and a big one.
Right,
小提琴,
right.
大提琴. We also have 低音提琴, double bass.
Double bass. Okay.
See, that's when you see something in the shape of a violin, you can basically call it a 提琴 in Chinese.
Okay.
And you can use different word to be more specific about it. 大提琴, cello, 小提琴, violin, 低音提琴, double bass. Easy to remember.
Yeah, I guess the string instruments are qin, right?
Yes, 琴 is the instrument.
All right.
你真的又漂亮又有才华.
So this is, wow, talent and beauty. More compliments. This person.
Yeah, a lot of compliments.
你真的, so you. And then 真的 is really.
Really.
And then yo is like.
Yo here I feel like is almost a set phrase or a set structure in the Chinese language.
Okay.
It means both A and B.
Okay.
And it can be used to give two qualities to something. Using the W structure is like saying something is both A and B in English.
Okay.
And usually we would put an adjective after both yo.
Okay, so there's two yos.
So
你真的 you really 有漂亮 so are
you are
beautiful or pretty.
And
then yo again after that is and. And then in this sentence we have another
yo.
And this is the yo of possession.
yes, have something.
And then 才华. So this 才华, I think that's talent.
It's talent. So basically it's saying you're both beautiful and talented. And you can also say you're both 你又漂亮又聪明.
Smart.
Yes.
So beautiful and smart.
So usually we would put an adjective after it, but if you want to talk about or want to use a noun, you can have 有 right there to kind of make the sentence work.
Okay.
And we can maybe try to practice more about this 又 structure. For instance, I can say 这个房子又大又亮.
You said this room is big and
Bright.
Bright. Oh.
And also 妈妈的头发又黑又长.
Oh, so your mom or my mom has black and long hair?
Exactly. See, that's how you use this structure.
Okay.
过奖了，我这里有2张门票，欢迎你来捧场。
So this is, I'm flattered. Here are 2 tickets. Would love to have you there.
Yeah.
So, 过奖了. I think this is an expression to say that you've been flattered.
Yes. So 过 carries the meaning of excessive, too much, a little over. And 奖, here I feel like it's 褒奖. It's a little bit more sophisticated way to say praise. We already know 赞美is praise. 褒奖 is also praise. 过奖 is like you're praising me too much, so I'm flattered.
Okay. 我 is I, and then 这里 is here.
Here.
And then 有 is have.
Have.
两 is two.
Two.
And then 张
is a quantity word for paper-like stuff.
Okay.
So 2张纸, 2 pieces of paper.
I see. All right, so 门票 in this context is ticket. 票 is ticket.
票 is ticket.
门 is related
Gate.
to like gates or doors or...
Yeah, because it's a violin performance. Must happen in a venue with a door. So door ticket actually works.
Okay. 欢迎, I think this means welcome.
Welcome.
你 is you, 来 is come.
Yeah.
And then 捧场.
捧场.
What is 捧场? I think this is a new word for me.
It is a new word. You can translate it as support, but 捧 carries the meaning of hold something in your hand. And 场 is kind of like the venue. So you're saying you're coming here is literally carrying the venue for me. You're supporting it. It won't hold without you. Something like that. You can
Okay.
remember it this way. So 捧场 is support. So if you're performing something or if you are holding an event, like Tony sometimes would hold art exhibitions, and you can say to people, 欢迎来捧场. You're very welcome to come.
Welcome to come and support.
Yes, 捧场. Useful word.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I think the conversation is relatively straightforward. Should we give it a go?
Yeah, I'll be the complimenter.
Go ahead.
All right. 你今天穿着身特别好看，要参加什么活动吗？
谢谢，我受邀去表演小提琴。
你真的有漂亮有才华。
过奖了，我这里有2张门票，欢迎你来捧场。You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Honglin and Tony. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts by email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's learn more expressions and words to give compliments. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Tony here in the studio. Tony, 你今天真帅。
真的吗？
真的，但是你每天都很帅。
过奖了。
不，你每天都很帅，今天特别帅。See, compliments make people happy. I love giving compliments. And there are different kinds of compliments, of course. But sometimes I feel like it's the detailed ones that are really sincere and that really counts. For instance, when I say 你真帅, you're really handsome.
Yeah, cool or
You
handsome.
look cool today. And you want to throw in a little bit detail. For example, I especially like your shirt. 今天的衬衣很好看。今天的 today's 衬衣 shirt 很好看。Very nice. Or you can say, I love your matching of your clothes. 我喜欢你今天的搭配。搭配 is how you match your
color coordination.
Exactly. And all these relate to looks, but I think it's nice and appropriate. Very nice. And you can also say to girls, 你真漂亮.
你真漂亮.
You're very beautiful. Remember to say you're extra beautiful. Don't say your makeup is really nice. Just say you're beautiful and they'll say, oh, I have makeup on. Don't say, oh, you have makeup on. Then you leave them no choice of saying, I know I'm beautiful.
Okay. So don't compliment their makeup.
Unless you say, 你今天真漂亮. You look really nice. 眼线画得特别好. Your eyeliner is exponentially good. Then you're going into the detail and you're making them feel better.
Okay. I almost feel like most of the guys don't compliment women on their eyeliner.
No, don't. It's a girl-to-girl thing.
Okay. But I think as a guy, it would be safer to compliment them on their eyeliner as opposed to just saying you look very pretty. Because maybe they'll think you're hitting on them. Right?
That is a fun angle.
Maybe those details might be good for us too.
And also, it's not all about looks, of course. You can always compliment someone's work. That would take you long as well. For instance, you can say 好主意.
好主意.
That is good idea.
Oh, 好主意. Okay.
That is a good idea. 好主意. And also you can say
你非常聪明.
you're very smart. See, that is nice too. But the thing is, the word 聪明 in Chinese is definitely a good word, but people use it more often to praise kids.
Okay.
It's a little bit condescending if you use it to your colleagues.
Really?
Unless you're only learning Chinese for the first several years,
If you're
people would understand.
If you're a foreigner, they'll just be like, oh, okay. He's not okay.
Yes, 聪明. You can make 聪明 a little more specific, like 你反应真快. You react really fast. 反应 is react. 真快 really fast. Or you can say 你想得真周到. You're being very considerate. 周到 is like considerate, so you think really considerately. You're very nice.
Yeah.
Something like that. And you can also say 你很细致. You're very careful, detail-oriented in a really good way. 细致.
细致.
So these can be proper compliments to your colleagues.
And how about diligent?
Diligent. 勤劳, 勤奋, 刻苦, 努力 or 认真. Well, they all carry the meaning.
你很努力.
你很努力, you work really
努力.
hard. Yeah, you work really hard.
Okay.
These are all proper compliments. If you want to, let's say, accept a compliment properly, of course you can just say thank you. 谢谢, and throw some compliment words to your
Compliment them back, huh?
compliment them back. But if you want to act like a little bit old-fashioned Chinese, you can say something like, you're flattered. I'm not really that great. Thank you so much. But, well, you're making me blush. Something like that. For instance, the one in our conversation, 过奖了.
过奖了.
You're praising me too much. And also, 你太客气了.
你太客气了.
你太客气了 actually works as well. You're too polite. But I think this one is more often used when someone is giving you appreciation or gratitude.
哪里哪里.
哪里哪里 works as well. Now, see, you know 哪里哪里. You're
You
more
taught me
Chinese.
this one a long time ago. Yeah, it's almost like, no, stop it.
No, stop it. Yeah, see, when you translate it like that, it actually works for
Okay.
in any kind of language. Yeah, no, stop it.
一般一般.
一般一般, not really. Well, that's the thing. It depends on the kind of tone you use. Because if I say, Tony, you look so great today. 你今天太帅了. If you say 一般一般, just okay. You're being too polite. But if you say 一般一般吧, nah, it's my average level. I'm like this every day.
I can do better than this.
Right, I can do better than this. It's a little bit different. But if the other person is, for example, me, we can have a good laugh. And it's not condescending. It's just joking a little bit about it. That's good.
Okay,
So
how do you say dress in Chinese?
裙子.
裙子.
Yes.
裙子. Okay, so 红莲你的裙子有漂亮有亮
谢谢一般一般啦 So you try to say the dress is both beautiful and bright?
Yeah, because you're wearing red. So.
Yes, it's a very light red. You can say 亮眼 actually.
亮眼.
亮眼 is like brighten my eye. It sparks a little bit in the sense that I notice it. Right. Because 亮, bright, is often used for lightning.
Okay.
So,
or like the light bulb in the room.
Yes. It's not the way we use it in English when you want to say bright.
Okay.
But still, I like your compliment. And a funny thing about compliment, or how people receive compliment, is you would kind of give others the credit. For instance, if I say, you did a really good job, 你做得好棒啊, this project, 这个项目你做得好棒啊, this project, you really did good. Instead of saying thank you or no, you can say, because I have really supporting group members. So 多亏了我的同事 or 我的组员. So 多亏了 is like thanks to, really thanks to my 组员 team members.
Oh. Or can you say 因为我有太棒同事?
Yeah, you can totally say that. See, you can kind of smartly transfer the compliment to other people. So you kind of accept it, but you don't have to blush about it.
Interesting. Yeah, that's very Chinese.
That's very Chinese,
that
I know.
When I was here, a lot of people try to dispel the compliment.
It's not dispel. It's trying to say that what I achieved, not only because of me, it's humble. I like being humble. So what's your attitude towards compliments and receiving compliments and deferring or repelling compliments?
My attitude? Well...
What would you usually do?
I would just say thank you. Appreciate it. And then I would also, if I feel the person is worthy of a return compliment, then I will return it as well.
So you have to evaluate the person who has just sent you a compliment. You can't just be nice and throw them back one.
Yeah, well, sometimes, okay, and you see it a lot in film depictions. Sometimes at that moment, you don't have a compliment to give back to that person. Maybe this person, you don't know them very well. And maybe sometimes they just meet you and then they say these nice things about you and you don't really even know this person's name, or you don't really know this person very well. And so it's like, oh, well, thank you. And you're searching to try to return the compliment, but you just can't sometimes.
In that sense, I would suggest you to receive the compliment and really receive the compliment. Like, wow, thank you so much. I mean, I tried really hard and thank you so much for appreciating and noticing. And the other person would feel good as well. That's the thing. I feel like for the previous generation in China, people would generally say 哪里哪里 or no, I did not do this. It's not me, or it's pure luck, or you're being too nice. 过奖啦，没有，一般一般, something like these. But for our generation, more and more people started to receive the compliment gracefully and accept the appreciation. And of course, we still do defer the credit to other thing, but it's in a good way. It's like to give the credit to people who actually do deserve it. You can't really take all the credit in a lot of sense. So I kind of like that. It's, in a sense, we're changing a little bit towards the gracefully accepting compliments path. But on the other hand, we are also preserving almost our way of not taking the credit too much.
Yeah, for me, I see that as humility, which is something that we could all incorporate a little bit more in our lives. Yeah, so it's really good.
Yeah, and now I feel like it's a good time to introduce to you some sophisticated, but Chinese idioms
These
that
are
you can
always really
use.
difficult.
They can be difficult, and they can also be a bit, I'm not going to say a bit too much, but really excessive in complimenting someone. You don't really use it in daily terms. But somehow I feel like these expressions are really good examples to show that we do have all these very colorful, very almost exaggerating, but
over the
top kind of expressions in the Chinese language. You can use them when it really, really, really suits the situation. And they are quite beautiful as well. For instance, we have 才貌双全. That's moderate, actually.
Okay.
才 is talent, 貌 is appearance, 双 both, 全 have all. So you have it all. 才貌双全. There's also another one I quite like, 举世无双.
Oh my goodness. Unparalleled in the world.
Yeah, no one entire world can compare to you.
That sounds like a pickup line.
举世无双, 你的美貌举世无双. Your beauty is unparalleled in the world.
Oh my goodness.
That is a pickup line.
Oh yeah.
So those are some really cool complimenting expressions in Chinese. Is there anything like this in English as well?
They're not as sophisticated here as the Chinese.
Would you say like, what happened? Is it
mirror,
hurting?
Mirror on the wall, who's the most beautiful of them all?
Oh.
You know? And it must be you, or something like that, you know, because it's a reference to Snow White and a Disney movie or whatever. And so I think we take some of these expressions from certain films and things like that. But yeah, some of these expressions that I've just heard right now, it's not like a set phrase. It's just, people will give compliments and just...
Well, we have those kind taking from historical stories like 沉鱼落雁, 闭月羞花. So your beauty would make the fish shy. The fish would look at you and they're stunned and they forgot to swim and they just sunk to the bottom of the lake. 沉鱼落雁 is like the wild goose was also stunned by your beauty. They forgot to continue to fly and they fell off from the sky.
Oh my goodness.
And 闭月 is like the moon is too shy looking at you, so the moon would hide behind the cloud. And the flowers are stunned by your beauty and they feel ashamed of themselves and they hide away.
Oh my goodness.
We have those as well.
That is really over the top.
Well, it can be a little over the top, but you have to admit it's nice to have those in your pocket once in a while. And have the
it'll definitely make someone smile and they'll probably never forget it.
Yeah, so good compliment would take you far.